Hello! Hi everyone! Tara here in the craft cabin. I am so sorry for not being able to be on at 12 o'clock. We are doing deliveries around our general area, our local area, just for people that have a craft emergency. So for some of our older people who can't get out, we're delivering wool and stuff to them. So we're taking orders here. So I was out on the road today and made me realise, oh my God, there are so many little roads in Ireland. They all look the same. So I got lost a couple of times. But anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to day 9. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. I feel a little bit like I'm on Star Trek or something, where it's like, you know, Captain's Log, Star Date, whatever. I feel like it's, you know, Tara's Craft Channel, day whatever, 347. Oh God, imagine if we did a craft for that long. My God, we'd have loads of ideas, wouldn't we? Anyway, welcome everybody. If you're on, do say hello. I do see a few people watching here. I can see on my screen. So welcome. Today, I thought, because tomorrow's Mother's Day, and I know a lot of you maybe were going to do things at school, or your teachers have planned to do Mother's Day stuff at school, or you're going to go to the shops and buy mommy a little something, and maybe you're not able to today for tomorrow. So I thought maybe we would make mommy a little something. So what we're going to make today is this. I don't know if you can see this. This is a pencil and pen holder, but you could put cutlery into it. You could put lots of different things in it. And it's a little flower, and it says Happy Mother's Day, and I have decorated it with a few wee bits and pieces, little gems and things. But you can decorate it in different ways. So I thought this was just really cute, but also practical. Because as I was saying the other day, you probably have loads of crafts that you're like, oh God, I don't have any more wall space. So this is something really practical. And while you can make it for mommy, you can also make one for yourself, yeah? So we are going to make, I'm going to show you how to make the flower and how to do the jar, but I'm also going to show you how you can do the flower in different ways. So for example, you can do a bigger version of the flower, and you can stick it, stick a, what do you call it? A marker, stick a green marker on the back of it, and you can turn it into a flower that stays up. So you could make a jar and put loads of flowers in it, actually. So you could make lots of different colors of these and pop them in, okay? So I see Orna is on, Avery, Eli and Alec. Hello guys, you've been on nearly every day. Love it, love it, love it. So you're going to make your own version. So I'm going to show you how to do this, how to make the flower, and then you can come up with different ways of doing it. I'm going to actually make a card with them, so I'm going to show you how to make a card. So let's get cracking. Just I see Emer is on as well. Ella is watching. Hello, Ella. So this is what we're making today. All right, or something similar. You're going to make something even better than this, okay? So I'm going to turn this around and we get cracking. So, hello, hello, hello. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you how to make this, okay? I'm going to make mine as a card. So I'm going to use as a card and put it onto the card. But I'm going to show you how to make it that you can use this shape on anything, okay? So you can use it in lots of different ways, all right? So the main thing you're going to need is strips of paper. So, because we do lots of different types of crafts here, we have lots of strips of paper. But if you don't have little strips like this, all you need to do or can do is cut some up. Okay, so on the sample I'm going to do a daisy, so I'm cutting up white pieces of paper, but you can cut up any pieces of paper, any colours of paper that you want. And all I'm doing is cutting up strips. And it just depends how thick you do the strips. So if you want to make a really big flower, you're going to cut up lots of thick strips. If you want to do more thin like petals, you can cut up really thin strips. So it just depends on what you're going to do, okay? Whoops, take that one off. So you decide on what you're going to do, all right? And the same principle applies for all of them. So whatever way you do for the little one, you can do on the big one as well. Okay, so I'm going to take this out of the way. As I said, I'm going to do a card. So I'm going to make a Happy Mother's Day card with the flower. I will show you how to do the I'll show you how to do the tub as well. I'll show you how to do that, but I'm just going to show you how to do the flower first. Okay, so I have my card. This is what I'm starting with. I have already cut out lots of strips of paper, so I cut out loads of these little strips, and you need a little bit of glue, and you're going to put a little bit of glue on the top of the strip, and you're going to stick it. So you end up with loads of these. Okay, so I'm going to do the 3 that I've cut. So a little bit of glue on it, and I'm going to fold it over. I'm going to do one more, a little bit of glue, and fold it over. Okay, and just to say, so I'm just putting the 2 sides together like that. So I end up with something that looks like that. But what you can do as well is you can twist it and you can put it back to front, so you end up with ones that look like this. So you could do that as well if you wanted, but I'm just keeping all mine really simple, and I'm putting them like that. Okay, so I made loads of these wee things. Okay, so just make lots of them up, and then we're going to stick them all down into the middle. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue in the middle of my page, and I'm going to stick down. I'm going to put a little bit of glue, I'm going to stick, glue, and stick. This gets a bit boring. So I go round once first. Don't fill them in too close at the beginning, because we're going to put more and more on top. It's sometimes hard to put the glue in the middle, so just put it on the petal itself. So now I'm going to fill in kind of the blanks. So with all the other little petals that I have, I'm going to glue and stick. So if you have done your petals bigger, you may not have to use as many of them. But sometimes it's nice to use lots of little ones rather than lots of big ones. But it just depends on your mood and what you want to do. I'm going to do a few more. I'm just going to use up all of the ones I have. I have 4 more here, so I'm just going to use all them up. So if you want to do a sunflower, you could do lots of yellow ones. If you want to do a rose, you could do red ones. You could do a rainbow flower. What would a rainbow flower look like? I'd like to see that one. Or if your mum has a favorite color, what about doing it that color? And what you can do as well is, if you want to make them bigger and smaller, the length of all the strips that I did, but if I cut some, I might just do 2 or 3 of them. So if I cut some that aren't just as long, I'll cut 3. That. So do 3 smaller ones. And a wee bit of glue. I can put smaller ones in it as well. So it just makes it look fuller then. So vary the size of them as well. So you can make the length different, but you can also make the width different. Okay, and we'll do one more just to use up our scraps of paper. A wee bit of glue. I put this one here. So, oops, I moved this one over a wee bit. So this is what we end up with, okay? So this is really well stuck onto my card. I've loads of glue on it. So now I'm going to finish it off. I'm going to put a little circle inside, and I'm going to put my stem and some leaves on it, okay? So all right so far? Good, good, good. So I'm just taking a little scrap of yellow paper, and if you want, you can draw around something. So I could just draw around that and cut it out. I'm just going to freehand it, which will probably not work out, but we'll see. We'll see what size we need, because we might need to make it a wee bit smaller. So I've just cut out a little circle. I'm going to put that in. So I might make that just a wee bit smaller so it fits nicely in the middle. Okay, I'm going to grab this, I'm going to push right in the middle. Whoops. Okay, so now I have like this. And what you can do is if you take a marker, do I have, a black marker, you can just do, oh, might need a wee bit more glue on that, or maybe just need to push it down a wee bit. You could put some little dots in the middle of it, just like that. Okay, you can see that. Then with some green, so I have some green paper, I am going to cut a stem, so just a little long sliver of paper like that. I'm going to cut a piece as well. So I'm going to put some glue on this, just a little bit of glue. I'm going to put it down so I end up with this. And of course you could do not just one big one, you could do some little small ones as well, couldn't you? Yeah, you could do a whole field of them. So we have this now. I'm just going to put a little bit more glue on this because it's starting to come off. That's what happens sometimes. Lots of glue. So now I'm going to do 2 leaves. So when I'm doing leaves, or if I want to do 2 of anything, I always find it handy to do them 2 at a time. So I'm just going to fold over my little piece of paper, and with a pencil or a marker, I am going to draw the shape of a leaf. You don't have to draw it. Sometimes when I do it, I just do it freehand. So I have like 2 pieces of paper really. So when I cut this now, I'm going to end up with 2 leaves. So I end up with 2 leaves. And on these ones, I'm just going to get a pen and I'm going to draw. So you often see in the middle of the leaves where you have the veins of the leaf. So I'm just drawing little veins on it like that. I'll do the second one. Doesn't matter what way you do it. So now I have my 2 leaves. So I'm going to stick them down here. So do one here maybe and one up a little bit higher. I have one here and I have one here. So now it's starting to take shape, isn't it? That nice? So again, you can do lots of different types of leaves. You could do just little strips of paper. So if I have little scraps like this, I could do ones that have like little pointy edges. So like this one. So I put a little bit of glue on that, and I could put it, maybe stick it underneath. So I have like that. So I could do little strips of paper. You could do you remember when I showed you with the when we did the villages about doing grass along the bottom? So if you take a strip of green paper and you cut, not to the very edge, just cut down a little, a little, a little, a little, a little, a little. So if you're doing this with green, so then this becomes like little grass. So you could do that, and you could stick that to the bottom. So it would look like lots of green grass. You could do that as well if you wanted to. Okay, so with this one now, all I'm going to do is decorate it a little bit. So I can use any little stickers that I have. So if I have like butterflies or little gems, or if I have, you know, I have other flower stickers that I could use. I have lots of different things that I can put into it. So you decide on what you want to do. On this one, I think I'm going to put a butterfly. Oops. Might just push, oops, this butterfly. So I'm just pulling off gently, gently, gently. A little butterfly. And I'm going to put the little butterfly here. I also have a teeny, teeny, tiny butterfly. So I could take that off and I could actually put that on one of the petals. Like that, you see? Yeah, my little butterflies. And now I'm just going to put a border on it, and I'm going to write Happy Mother's Day on it. I've just realised my Sharpie is on the other table. I'll be back in a sec. Oh. Now, so I have my Sharpie, just because my black marker here is starting to run out, so I know my black Sharpie is working. So all I'm doing on this one is I'm going to put just a plain border on mine. You don't have to do this, just I like to put borders on things. I'm going to up this side now as well, and I'm going to go here. Okay, so if you can see it now. And so I'm going to write Happy Mother's Day here, but you could write it on another piece of paper. So we could do, oh, actually that might be nice. Will we do it in yellow? I think that might be nice across the top. Yeah, let's do that. See, sometimes just inspiration takes you. So we're just going to write Happy, whoops, Mother's Okay, so I have Happy Mother's Day written on this, and I'm going to stick it along the top. So just going to put some glue on it. Some glue, and stick that down like that. I'm just going to cut the edge off like that. And I might do some little kisses, little X's on the side. Whoops, 1, 2, 3. Ah, and I might take, let me see, some little gems, and I might put a couple of little gems all over the card. Do I have some more gems? I do. Always lots of gems in the craft shop. And we do one more. Wow. So that is my Happy Mother's Day card. Are we liking? Thumbs up if we like it. Yeah? Good stuff. So again, you can decide what you want to do. So if you wanted to do a flower that was multicolored, so on this one I did exactly the same. I got all my little strips of paper, and I put glue on the ends of them, and I stuck them all together. If you are doing ones that are like this, that are going to stand up, if you see on the back, I cut out a little piece of card and I stuck them all to the card. So when I have all my little pieces like this, I took a little piece of card. Let me get just a random bit. Oops. I got a little piece of card like this and I stuck them down to the card, and then I stuck them all around. So it's just, then you'll have a little backing piece that you can stick on to things. And then this one, all I did was I put a little bit of tape across a pencil, and it's able to stand up. Okay, so just want to show you with this. So if you want to make something like this, you're going to do exactly the same. You're going to make your flower first. Oh, and I meant to say actually on this one, rather than doing a piece of card in the middle, so I did a piece of yellow card here. With this one, I scrunched up some tissue paper. So I got some tissue paper, I scrunched it up and I squished it down into the middle. And then with this one, when I made my flower, I stuck a button. So I had this little button I thought was really cute, so I stuck that into it. So with this one, how I made this one is one of these. I used my coffee cup, and that's the basis for this. Okay, so I turned that into this. All I did was with my coffee cup, I took the top of it, and I find it's harder to wrap it when you have the little lip on it, but you can leave the top on it, or you can cut it like I did. With a piece of paper then, just a piece of card. You're going to wrap it. Whoops. And maybe mum or dad can help you cut it to fit. What I do is, when I have it like this, I use a pencil and I kind of draw inside it. So I just bring my pencil around the edge. I do the same on this side. So I take my pencil and I'm kind of drawing in at the edge, just roughly. Doesn't have to be perfect. Let me just have a look. Okay. So when I open it out, I end up with a shape like this. I don't know if you can see it. Let me just draw over it so you can see the shape. And this is the shape that they all end up like. Whoops. You end up having to cut a shape kind of like this. So if I cut this one now for you, you'll see. Whoops. So I'm cutting along the black line. And then cutting along the black line again. So I end up with a bendy shape like this. So now if I put this around my cup, with any luck, it will perfectly fit my cup. Like that. Squish it down just a little bit. Like that. Okay, so you see it's all covered. So all I'm doing then is with a little bit of glue, I can glue the edges down. Okay, so first I covered my cup. Then with this one, if you can see on the edges, I put a little bit of ribbon around the top just because I had some ribbon. I made my flower and I stuck the flower down, and I made my stem and I made my leaves and I stuck them down. And then I just made a little banner here that says Happy Mother's Day. So I just cut out a little scrap of paper and I made that. So that's what I made. So you can use it to make something like this. So your flower, you can make a little pot like this. Oh, and just to say, when I finished all of that, I decorated. So I put little gems and things on it. You can decorate the back of it as well, but you can decorate whatever way you want. So you can make a little tub like this. So really practical gift to give mum. You can make lots of flowers like this, and you could put the flowers into your tub as well. So you could make a little bouquet of flowers, or you could make a little card like this. So from one flower, you can make lots of different things, okay? So just bringing you back. Hello everyone. So I think my battery's just about to go. So let me see who we have here. So Holly and Denise are on. Siobhan and Sarah Gordon, Natasha. Oh, sorry, Sarah Gordon and Natasha Gordon. Marie Bradley is watching. Hello Marie. Pam is watching. Claudine with Orla and Poppy. Ronan is watching. How are you? Deborah saying hello from Emma, and Deborah in Cork. I meet people in Cork. That's fantastic. Emer says Ella's here, and Orna, Avery, Eli and Alec are watching as well. So hello everyone. So hope you enjoyed what I was making. Love to see what yous are going to come up with, and yeah, maybe you'll come up with something completely different. And maybe you don't want to make flowers for mum. Maybe you have some other secret thing that you're going to make for mum. But whatever you do make, I want to see it. So if you're going to get crafty for Mother's Day, please, 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 please do send me some pictures. I love to see your pictures and what you're making. So I know yesterday I said I'd do a tour of the shop, but I'm just really busy and my battery's about to die. So I will do that soon. I promise, I promise. So guys, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to wish you a happy Mother's Day for tomorrow. Hope you get up to lots of fun stuff, and I look forward to seeing all of your goodies. Bye guys.